welcome to my channel. It is day 20 of Vlogmas and today I'm going to bring to you a Q&A. So I asked on Instagram over the last few weeks if anyone had any questions they wanted to ask me, and also on here, and I had a few questions left. So thank you to everyone who's messaged me or left comments below with some questions. So I'm going to go through them now with you. So first up, Anna asked, do you plan to have any more children? The answer to that is no. 2 is what I always wanted. I've been blessed with 2 little boys, and I always wanted 2 that were the same, either 2 boys or 2 girls. So I was very lucky that I managed to get 2 boys. And yes, that's it, no. We have toiled with the idea in the past, but no, it's just financially, we don't have the space. It would be just too much, and I've always just wanted 2 children. So as I said, I'm really lucky and I feel really blessed, but yes, the answer to that is no more. Do you do any Christmas traditions with your kids from your childhood? So everything we do is probably based on how I did Christmas and everything as a child. So things like going to the pantomime, we always went to the pantomime every year. We always went to go and see Santa. We always put out food the night before, sort of the usual. And then Christmas Day, we always go and open the stockings on my mum and dad's bed, or my mum's bed, after my parents split up. And then we would like go downstairs and have breakfast and open some more presents, and just sort of open presents through the day. Yeah, we always go for a walk on Christmas Day if the weather's okay. If the weather's not, then we'll just sit and watch a film. But that is pretty much what we've always done. We've always gone for a walk. And same with Boxing Day, we've pretty much always gone for a walk somewhere in the morning. Yeah, so subconsciously I do things for Christmas with my children that I did as a child. So Janice asked, have you ever gained a huge amount of weight over Christmas? Not that I can recall. I mean, I have gained weight. I think last year, I'll have to check my book, but I think I gained about 3 or 4 pounds, but that did come off quite quickly. And then maybe the previous year, probably in the past as well, I've put on weight, but it does tend to come off, and I'm talking no more than half a stone, probably just like sort of 3 or 4 pounds. So I'm quite lucky. We never really overindulge on Christmas Day. Yeah, I eat a lot more food, and I'll be having a lot more sins on Christmas Day than I would normally. But I've never been one to sit there and have chocolate after chocolate and things like that, and eat mince pies in the morning, and then lunch, and then have more mince pies, and then have another tea. And yeah, we've never really done that ever really. I don't think I've ever had, even as a kid. We'd have the chocolates there, but we never really would sit there and eat them constantly like some people choose to. But yeah, I've never really overindulged, and it's always sort of been in the run up to Christmas, but things like parties and things like that, that was probably where I would gradually start to put on weight. But then I think because I exercise as well, that does help. Even previous to Slimming World, I've always done exercise, so that really does help maybe maintain my weight so much. But I do tend to put on a little bit of weight over Christmas, but not massive of weight. So yeah, that answers that one. Am I finding it hard to stick to plan on the run up to Christmas, and what's the hardest to resist? I am going to be totally honest with you, I am actually really struggling, but I'm also, in a positive way, I'm not doing what I would have done previously and just gone, sod it, I'm just going to eat all the chocolates, I'm going to have a glass of wine, I'm not going to, I'm not going to worry about sinning it. I would have just carried on, I would have built that up. So I am definitely in a better position. I'm making more conscious choices. I have found I've been picking more in the day, but I'm all within my sins. As you know, you probably noticed if you've watched my what I ate in a days this week, you'll probably notice I weighed out some crisps and things like that. So again, that is just being a little bit more mindful. I'm having those things that I would not normally have because they are in the house. Luckily there's no more crisps now anyway, because Darren did eat the rest. But yeah, I am definitely finding it hard to resist the thing. I think also the hardest bit is that being at work. Now I don't work very often. I work a couple of evenings a week and on all day Saturdays, and today, Thursday, I did also work to help out. But there's chocolates and biscuits there for staff everywhere, and I'm finding that really hard. I'm resisting, and if I'm having a chocolate, like today I had a chocolate from work and I allowed 4 sins for it because it was a round ball. It's very similar to Lindor chocolate, probably a little bit smaller, so I'm going to count 4 sins to protect myself. So it's little things like that, but rather than having 3 or 4 of them, I've just had 1 and I'm going to sin it. So yeah, I feel like I'm a bit more in control, but I am finding it hard. But the hardest I has to be, I think, being at work. Just, you know, there's crisps around. People like buy some crisps, Kelp crisps, because they're on offer at the moment at work, so they're buying them, having a few, leaving them in the staff room, staff kitchen area, people to help themselves, or they're buying biscuits and things like that and just letting people help themselves. So that's really hard. But I have had a few more biscuits, which I have sinned throughout the week, or the last few weeks really, more than what I would normally have. Helen from the Livingstones asked me, please can you do more recipe videos in the new year? Yes, Helen, I am definitely going to. I had loads planned to do for Vlogtober and Vlogmas, but I just never got round to recording them. So I'm definitely going to be doing some recipes from some of the, like the Take 5 book and the One Pot books, because there's some recipes in there that I haven't had chance. Come like next week, I'm literally going to sit down and plan my meals over the next week or 2 and do a massive shop. So I will get some videos set up and get those out to you to show you different recipes. I've also got a macaroni cheese recipe I'm going to do that's Slim and World friendly, and there's some other recipes as well that I'm going to kind of get up, and just ones that I've just created myself, just basically what's in the cupboard and everything like that. If there is any particular recipes, do leave a comment below and I will do a recipe for you. But yes, I will definitely be doing some more. I've got a few ideas, I just need to do them. Do you have a life bucket list, places you want to do, visit, etc.? No, but before you actually wrote that question, I did actually think the other week, I want to write a list of stuff, places I want to go and things like that. There was a few things that I want to do this year, because it's obviously my big birthday year, and I haven't got a lot planned for over my birthday, but there's a couple of things I want to do in the year, so definitely going to be doing those. But I'm going to write a list over the sort of the next month or so. I think in January I'm kind of going to add a list and just keep it somewhere that I can refer back to, and just think, oh right, okay, this year we're going to do that, we're going to do that as a family. Things for the boys as well, I want them to experience, obviously subject to money and everything like that. We're not financially, we haven't got a lot of disposable income and we can go and do that, but it is something that we can maybe start to save for and things like that. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing something, do like a little bucket list of things and places I want to go, and they'll probably add to that as I go along the way. If you could have a meal with 3 famous people, past and present, who would you choose? This is a real hard one because there's so many people I'd want to have, but if I had to choose 3, so I think the first one would always be David Jason. I absolutely love him. I love him in lots of TV programmes. I also find him really fascinating, and I love him as Del Boy in Only Fools and Horses. Only Fools and Horses is basically what I grew up with. I absolutely love it. I literally had the whole box set. I haven't got it anymore because I've got a DVD or DVD or video player. I had it on video as well, but I absolutely love Only Fools and Horses. And David Jason is just one of my favourite actors. I just absolutely adore him. So he would definitely be there. The other person I would have is Russell Brand, because I think he's hilarious, but I also find him, again, and someone who is really fascinating. The way he's passionate about stuff and the way he talks. If you ever watch him on his well, he used to, I don't think he does them anymore, Snapchat, but I think he does more Insta stories now. I just find he would be quite intense, and I think at the dinner party, but he would also be quite a lot of fun. But also I would find his stories and the way he's passionate about things and his openness and sort of about things really fascinating. The third person I would choose, it would have to be a female, just to kind of balance things out, and I would choose Joanna Lumley. I absolutely adore her. Again, I love her in Absolutely Fabulous, but I love her in all the other stuff she's done previous to Ab Fab and after. I love her documentaries when she's like on travels and things like that, and I just really love her. She just comes across as a lovely, lovely lady. There's so many other people I would choose, but at the moment they would be my top three. Although I would like Danny Dyer there, just because I find him hilarious, and Romesh. I can never pronounce his name. But I'm just going to stick with those three. That's really hard to narrow it down to 3 people. Rachel asked me what from Bales 1986 SW, what are my highlights of 2018? Okay, I'm going to go on a bit of a whim here. So, first of all, I'm going to go 3 highlights, and then the last one will be the highlight for me. It has to be Slimcon, meeting like people like Rachel and Helen and Jane and Kate, and actually meeting them. Like, you've been chatting to them on lives, chatting to them through, you know, YouTube and everything like that, and actually getting to meet them, but also going to meet the people that come to see us at Slimcon and just chatting to them. Everyone is just so lovely. Everyone on that stage deserved to be there and had such an inspiring story, but also meeting the people that have come there, some of them with vloggers as well, and just having little chats with them. I would have loved to have, you know, stood there all day and just chatted to different people, but time, there was obviously other things going on. I just never had time, but I really, that was a big thing for me, standing on that stage and talking about my journey. So I really appreciated being up there. But yeah, I just like getting to meet everyone was a big highlight for me. My next highlight obviously would be losing the weight. Yeah, to lose 3 stone, and I pretty much lost 3 stone this year, because I lost half a stone between August and December, or the end of August, September to December, which doesn't sound a lot compared to other people, but my journey, as I said, took me a little while. I was just finding my feet. It was a little bumpy. I had lots of things on. I had a bereavement as well, so yeah, that was a little bit bumpy to start with. And then Christmas came. I think I put on about 3 or 4 pounds. I'll have to check my book, but I did quickly lose that. So then since then I've lost 3 stone. So that is a massive achievement for me. Like, I know people lose that in like 3 months or 4 months or whatever, but for me, I've been you know, if you follow my journey for a while, you know I've talked about it. I've been a yo-yo dieter for years, like since I was like 16 or whatever, probably younger than that actually. Didn't need to be half the time, and now I've finally in a happier place. I'm not where I want to be just yet. I'm very near, but I'm happy. But I think for me, the biggest achievement and the biggest highlight for me this year has to be changing my mindset. I've lost weight in the past. I've been this size before, but now I look in the mirror and I actually like what I see. I feel confident. I'm wearing clothes that I used to wear. I'm wearing clothes that I never thought I'd ever be able to wear again. Yeah, that is my biggest achievement, is changing my mindset of how I look in the mirror, how I eat. I will never ever go back to the way I eat before, because I know I'll just put the weight back on, and I don't want to do that. I'm great at maintaining. I've been maintained for 3 years, and then previous to that, I maintained for a long time. So I think because I do exercise and things like that, that really does help. But to change my mindset, to go to restaurants and enjoy it and then get back on it the next day instead of having a complete blowout the whole weekend or whatever, is a massive thing for me. So it's taken me, you know, a long time, nearly 30, you know, nearly 30 years, no, 25 maybe, to change my mindset and about how I feel about myself. So yeah, that is the biggest highlight for me, I think. If it's regards to Slimming World, that would be my biggest highlight. So another question I got asked is, do I plan to be on plan over Christmas? And the answer to that is Christmas Day and Boxing Day I'm kind of having off. but as I've said before, I don't really ever overindulge. Christmas dinner, I will be having pigs in blankets and gravy and stuff like that. I'm not sinning it. Previous to that, I probably will be on plan. I was last year, but it will be in the evening, and the drink and things like that will take over. It's not excessive, but it's just I'll have a few drinks through the day and the evening and things like that. I'm not going to worry about it. And then I'm going to have cheese and biscuits. Again, that's going to take me over my sins. But I'm not going to sit there and eat a whole slab of cheese. I'll have little bits of everything and enjoy it. And I'm not going to worry, because I know the day after Boxing Day I'll be back on it. And even on Boxing Day, apart from the alcohol, I'm actually going to be fairly on plan, because I made a chili con carne, which is what I ate last Boxing Day. We'll be going for a walk. Yeah, I'll probably be on plan Boxing Day actually, but I will be having drinks. That will probably take me over my sin allowance, and then I'll be back on it on the 27th, ready for Wade on the 28th. So yeah, that's my answer to that one. Christmas Eve, I am planning to have maybe a glass of wine or something. Once the kids are in bed, I'm gonna have a glass of wine, but I'll probably just sin that. But Christmas Day and some of Boxing Day, I will be off plan. So yeah, that's my plans for Christmas. So that's all my questions answered. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give us a thumbs up if you have, and please leave any comments below if you have any other questions or anything you want to comment on this video. But thank you for watching. Have a fab day, and I shall speak to you all very soon. Take care. Bye.